For me, the most important part of any project that I do, besides the music, is always the video and the artwork. And Liberty has a special story behind the video and the artwork. To tell you more, here's my good friend and someone I used to study with, Bilal Bounit.
Hi, my name is Bilal. I'm a filmmaker from Suffolk, and I'm here to talk to you about the new collaboration project between me and Vekken on his latest track, Liberty. Me and George met at college when we were studying media together. We were both doing our BTEC in media studies. We got to know each other through our course and doing stuff like that.
George denies to sit down. He's just going to stand up.
And then sort of went our own separate ways, and George has now gone off to make music, and I've kind of gone my way of making film and studying in London. And in between Suffolk 1 and studying at university, I went traveling, and George approached me knowing that I'd been traveling a few times and recorded some bits, saying that he'd love to work together on our project using his music and my footage and from my adventures with all these different people that I met and different experiences and stuff like that. So that's kind of how the video came about. Instead of going into working and doing stuff like that, I took the opportunity to go on supposed 2-year gap year, make the most out of being young and these adventures that we can get only when we're at such a young age. I made the most out of that and saved up some money and went away to Asia. When George initially sent me the track, I sort of listened over to it, thinking of the clips that I'd make and the video I'd make from it. And obviously George had the vision that we were going to make something using some sort of traveling clips, but he never described what it was going to be specifically. I knew straight away once I was listening to the track that it was very Asia orientated. So I instantly picked up on, there's a mandolin section that sounds very like authentically Asian and really ties into my trip when I went to Thailand and Malaysia, Indonesia and Singapore. And so that's kind of why I used that footage from that trip. I could have used footage from Europe or something else, but it didn't quite tie into the style of the song. And so that's the reason I went for that. My trip to Asia was very much like a rough guideline of like me and my friend Ben, who you see in the video. Me and him would booked the flights probably about a month before we left, and then booked one hotel, and that was it. And we just were like, we'll just go with the flow. We know which countries we want to roughly go to, and we just made the most out of having the opportunity to go abroad and figuring it out as we go. We didn't want to have the restriction of planning everything. We sort of wanted the liberty to be able to go to one place and speak to somebody else and then get suggested to go to another country or another place or an island or whatever. We didn't want to be stuck down to like a path or a routine or something, because we quite liked the authenticity of the freedom of movement and travel and different things like that. When we went to one hostel, we met somebody and they were like, hey, you should go to this island, it's amazing. It's really cheap and like really fun. And we just instantly were like, okay, cool. And we went to this island. It was called Koh Tao, and you see it in the video. I'm there with my friend Josephine, and it was just this amazing island where we could go scuba diving and snorkeling, and you could see all the fish and cliff jumping. It was brilliant. And we'd never have found that unless we have spoken to somebody and weren't tied down to like a specific route. If I'm going to be completely honest, initially when George came to me with the track, I knew the kind of music you were making and I hadn't really listened to much of it. And that style of like electronic dance music isn't something that I'd listen to on the regular, but I know that whenever I listen to any music, I instantly go into this like visual mind of how it would be made into a film or something like that. I listened to it, played it over, and I could see it really worked with the footage I had, and really could imagine things that I'd done before and recorded that was going to work quite well with this song. Surprisingly, I think after editing it for hours and hours, I really like it, yeah. And on the way here, I was going on about more Vekken songs. So yeah, I think I think if more people watch these videos and give it a chance, they might be they might get more hooked than they think they anticipated. There were so many more experiences that I didn't record that I wish I could have put into the video. There's a lot of stuff that is missing, but the things that I did get were some of the best moments, and I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. It's really cool that I get to work with somebody that I studied with and now can see making all this music. It's quite inspiring, actually. And it really motivated me to use my old footage that I haven't done anything with. All that footage I recorded pre-COVID, and then because of COVID I had to fly home and I never actually did anything with the footage. So it was really nice to like relive some of those experiences through editing the video and get to listen to such a great track. So obviously me, Ben and George all went to college together at Suffolk One, all studied media, and we were all good friends. Me, Ben and George spent a lot of time together working on different projects at college and hanging out. So it was good to work on something that collaborated sort of all of us together. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope it inspires somebody to go, no, I'm not gonna say that. No, I just hope you enjoy the video.